Presidential Task Force, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen of the press, good afternoon, and to our viewers at home and in your various offices, I say a good afternoon. I welcome you to the national briefing by the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 for Wednesday, the 6th of May 2020. We were unable to hold this briefing yesterday because the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 had to brief the leadership and members of the House of Representatives on progress of our national response. Today marks 100 days since the index case of coronavirus was reported in Nigeria. Ever since, and especially after the inauguration of the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19, Nigeria, along with other countries of the world, have been plowing through uncharted territories in our effort to contain the spread of the virus. Guided by the leadership of Mr. President, the National Assembly, the cooperation of the sub-national entities, and supported by the sacrificial commitment of our frontline health workers, the media, the private sector, our security agencies, religious, traditional, and community leaders, as well as a greater majority of Nigerians, the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 has been pursuing a multi-sectoral national response. We deeply appreciate your support in this fight. The briefing of the Presidential Task Force to the House of Representatives, I must report, was very robust and fruitful. The interaction allowed for a comprehensive assessment of the public health situation in Nigeria, and we received assurances that necessary synergy will be strengthened and legislative interventions effected. The Presidential Task Force thanks the leadership and members of the House of Representatives for the guidance and demonstration of leadership in this era of a public health emergency. Early assessment of the ease of lockdown phase indicate that Nigerians are yet to come to terms with the deadliness and the virulent nature of the COVID-19, and this gives us concerns on the high possibility of increased seeding of the virus to hitherto unaffected persons and populations. Some of these areas of worries include the following: non-compliance with social/physical distancing guidelines evidenced by the higher than ordinary level of congregation of persons in banks, traffic gridlocks, especially at entry points to metropolitan areas, and disregard of guidelines on carrying capacity of our levels of government. The Presidential Task Force appreciates your effort, but it has become very obvious that more needs to be done together. While we continue to advocate strict compliance with the prescribed measures, social solidarity by eschewing stigmatization, support the mental well-being of our compatriots that are infected, continue to provide for the poor, sick, aged, and the vulnerable, and to provide support in whatever manner. I will now call on the Minister of Health, the DG, Nigeria Center for Disease Control, and the National Coordinator to provide updates on new developments. Similarly, the Ministers of Aviation, that of Humanitarian Affairs, and Foreign Affairs will brief you after we have taken the technical briefings. I thank you for listening. Thank you.